Alright, I want to show you a cool little math app called Sketchpad Explorer or SketchExplorer. And what this does is it gives you a lot of interactive activities and simulations for the kids to do and manipulate right on the iPad. And it gives them a lot of background information on some theories and equations that they may be a little fuzzy on. When it comes up, it gives you as an example the Pythagorean theorem. And the way it works is kind of like this. There are a lot of objects on every page, and they're manipulable. So you can, in this one, you can move the objects, you can move the vertices, and it's basically proving the Pythagorean theorem visually for students. So you can see the right angle, and you can see the a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And you can also, if you see these links, you can also use those. So here I can do a non-right triangle to further prove why it doesn't work for anything that's not a right triangle. And then there are usually, sometimes there are steps down here at the bottom. As far as getting started, it'll give you dig deeper, things like that. Sometimes you'll have graphs. So like if you ever see this link right here that says show measurements, it'll give you the exact measurements of what you're manipulating. And it usually does it in real time. So here I am doing waves and lengthening and shortening the waves. And there's some exploration, but that gives you the basic idea of how this app works. Now there's a lot of different things in this app, not just the Pythagorean theorem. If you come down here to the library button, it's a little book at the bottom right. It gives you the different spots that you can go to. And I'm not going to go through all these. You can explore them on your own. But there's just a lot of different ways that you can do this, and they usually have these tabs at the bottom. So again, if I just click on one, and it gives me an activity that kind of gives me the groundwork behind the theorems. Now the other thing that that is cool about this is that if they're working on a project or they're looking at some of these simulations, they can take these images and they can put them inside of other projects. I don't know if you know how to do this or not, but in the iPad, if you want to take a picture of whatever's on the screen, you hold down the home button and the power button at the same time, and that takes a picture. Now that picture of whatever's on the screen, if you hit home, you go back to your camera roll, it puts it right in there. And so go to camera, and here it is. So now you can take these images and they can put them into different projects, they can email them to themselves, they can create, proposals, presentations, explain their thinking, and so you can pull that straight from the app, which is pretty cool. So that's Sketchpad Explorer, good little activity, engaging app to have math simulations.